right, Shalom. This is Har 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, Le Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. It's going to be a quick lesson, just vibing in the spirit, seeing where the spirit will take me. I'm going to start with 2nd Ezra chapter 2. I'm going to start from verse 1. And it says, Thus saith Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, I brought this people out of bondage, and I gave them my commandments by men servants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despised my counsel. All right, so the Lord set up prophets to warn the people, and the ones that don't listen to those prophets, they get the judgment and they get destruction. All right, this is Baruch chapter 2 verse 4. Moreover, he have delivered them to be in subjection to all the kingdoms that are round about us, and to be a reproach and a desolation among all the people round about, where the Lord have scattered them, right? And the Lord set us up to be the bottom instead of the top, the tail and not the head, because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, and transgressed, and our people worshipped idols. All right, so that's how we got scattered around the four corners of the earth, because the Lord kicked us out of that land. He judged the land of Jerusalem or Israel, and he kicked us out of that land, the land that floweth with milk and honey. It says, thus we were cast down and not exalted. See, instead of being exalted, according to Deuteronomy 28, we were cast down. All right. And not exalted, because we have sinned against the Lord our power, and have not been obedient unto his voice. So who's his voice? The prophets. All right, Moses was an example of one of his prophets. All right. To the Lord our power appertaineth righteousness, but unto us and to our fathers open shame, as appeareth this day. For all these plagues are come upon us, which the Lord hath pronounced against us, yet we have not prayed before the Lord, that we might turn every one from the imagination of his own wicked heart. And the 2/3 still have gone, continuing on in this American dream, this worldly mindset of whatever nation they may be scattered in, whether they're in Europe, whether they're in Spain, whether they're in over in Asia. You know, if they're not woken up to this truth, they're still following after the imaginations of their own wicked heart. Wherefore the Lord watch over us for evil. So the Lord is watching over 2/3. Got a target on their back, all right, to destroy them. And the Lord have brought it upon us, for the Lord is righteous in all his works, which he have commanded us, right? So the Lord had brought what? Slavery. When we went into slavery, the Lord had brought that judgment upon us. And now the Lord is making a separation from the ones that will listen to him and the ones that won't. And the Lord set up prophets in these last days, the mouth, the voice once again. Yet we have not hearkened unto his voice to walk in the commandments of the Lord that he hath set before us, right? To keep his laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, and ultimately keeping the law of faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, so 2/3 are not hearkening unto his voice. And now, O Lord God of Israel, that has brought thy people out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand and a high arm, and with signs and with wonders, and with great power, and have gotten thyself a name as appeareth this day, right? Everybody knows the story about the Exodus and our God, how he delivered us. All right, but the world, they just don't see, or some may not believe, or they're hiding it, that we're the children of Israel that came out of Egypt. O Lord, our power, we have sinned and we have done ungodly. We have dealt unrighteously in all thine ordinances. All right, where is it at? Get to the point. All right, verse 20. It says, for thou hast sent out thy wrath and indignation upon us, as thou hast spoken by thy servants, the prophets, man. So his voice is who? The prophets. All right, that's his mouth. All right, 2nd Ezra 2 and 1. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, I brought this people out of bondage, so talking about out of Egypt, as I just read. And I gave them my commandments, and by men servants, the prophets. So that's what we are. We're men servants to Yahweh. All right. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, whom they would not hear, but despise my counsels. The mother that bare them saith unto them, go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken. And it's talking about our mother being, let me get that. This is Galatians 4 and 26. But Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. All right. So Jerusalem represents our homeland. So that's our birth, where the Lord gave us the laws and set up the foundation there. All right, but we went off and started our people started worshiping the idols and following after the customs of the heathens that were round about us and that were in that land. All right, so Jerusalem, the mother of us all. This is Revelations 12 and 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and under her head a crown of 12 stars. And that woman represents Israel, or Jerusalem. All right, so that's the Israelites, the land of Israel. So that's our birthplace, where the Lord birthed us as a nation. All right, so that's the mother of us all. It says here, Ezekiel 16 and 2. Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations. All right. And Jerusalem, a people before it's a place. And say, thus saith Yahweh, the power, unto Jerusalem, thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother was an Hittite. And as for thy nativity, in the day thou was born, thy navel was not cut, neither was thou washed in water to supple thee. Thou was not salted at all, nor swaddled. All right. So yeah, man. So Jerusalem is our motherland, but instead, when we went to the land of Canaan, our people act like the Hittites and the Amorites birthed us. So they started following the customs of the heathens. All right. But really, our homeland is Jerusalem, or what you would call Israel. That's our mother. This is 2nd Ezra 2 and 2. The mother that bare them saith unto them, go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken, man. See, that land has been forsaken, and we were kicked out of that land. All right, and we were scattered around the world. I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you. For ye have sinned before Yahweh your God, and done that thing that is evil before him. So this is a parable of like the land of Israel speaking to us, you know. So our land is being consumed just like we were consumed, you know, and bastards dwell in that land. But what shall I know? What shall I now do unto you? I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way. So what can that land do for us? You know, you got Jake trying to go over there. That land can do nothing for us right now. It's all about where the Lord scattered us at and anointing his elect in those places. That's where it said, let me get this. All right, so where we were scattered, that's where the Lord is going to build us at. We don't need to be in that land. All right, so not in these physical building churches, and not over there what they call, you know, where the Khazars is at today. All right. So we don't need to be there. So they're not building a third temple. It's not, you know. Yahushua is building the third temple through the Spirit, according to Amos chapter 9. 2 Ezra 9:22. Let the multitude perish that was born in vain. So 2/3 going to perish. And let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. So the elect are being made perfect in faith. All right. Nevertheless, if thou wilt cease yet 7 days more, but thou shalt not fast in them. So Ezra was told to fast 7 days, and you know, certain amount of days, and the Yahushua would speak to him, and then the angel Uriel or Awar Allah would speak to him as well and give him enlightenment or understanding. It says, but go into a field of flowers where no house is builded, man. So, you know, but not into Jerusalem, but into the field. And the scriptures say that. This is Matthew 13:38. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. All right, so the children of the kingdom represents the 1/3 or the elect of Israel. And even 2/3 can be counted as the seed of the wicked now, meaning begotten of the wicked. All right. The wicked one represents Esau. Yeah, you have your father the devil, the lust of your father you will do. So 2/3 are under that umbrella. But the elect, they're the good seed. All right, which are the children of the kingdom. And the field is what? The world, where we were scattered at. All right, so this is a parable that was spoken to Ezra's about the woman being in the field, but ultimately being changed into a built-up house, like a stacked, fine-ass woman. But that's what Israel being made. We're being made perfect and being built up into a house, a temple. All right, this is 2 Ezra 10:39, and we're being built up in the field, not in Jerusalem, not in the land. He has seen that thy way is right, for that thou sorrowest continually for thy people, and makest great lamentation for Zion. Talking about Ezra's. This therefore is the meaning of the vision which thou lately sawest. Thou sawest a woman mourning, and thou beganest to comfort her. Right? He went to a field where no building was at. Then he saw a woman there, and he saw her mourning, and she was suffering. That represents us and our land suffering. All right. But now it says this: thou sawest a woman mourning, and thou beganest to comfort her. All right. So the Lord comforted us with his word. The same way the woman was being comforted by Ezra's words. All right, which he would be the mouth of the Lord. But now seest thou the likeness of the woman no more, but there appeared unto thee a city builded, man. All right, so not just a woman anymore, a servant, but just a whole city which is going to be a nation of the elect. All right, that's being built up out in the field. Saw a woman going to slavery, being chased by the Roman Empire. What was that? Revelation chapter 12. But now we're gonna see a city being built called New Jerusalem. Revelation 21. The bride making herself ready, coming down from heaven. All right. So it says here, but now seest thou the likeness of the woman no more, but there appeareth unto thee a city builded, and whereas she told thee of the death of her son, this is the solution. This woman whom thou sawest is Zion, and whereas she said unto thee, even she whom thou seest is a city builded, man. All right. Whereas I say, she said unto thee that she have been 30 years barren, those are the 30 years wherein there was no offering made in her house. But after 30 years, Solomon builded the city and offered offerings, and then bare the barren a son. All right, so, and that goes into Solomon. He built the temple around 955 BC. All right. And Solomon was Yahushua. So now the barren had a son that was going to sit on the throne of David, Yahushua. All right. So, right. So now it says, and whereas she told thee that she nourished him with labor, that was the dwelling in Jerusalem, or that was the dwelling in Jerusalem. So us being nourished with labor. All right. But whereas she said unto thee that my son coming into his marriage chamber happened to have a fail and died, that was the destruction that came to Jerusalem. See that? So that's our mother. All right. So our mother represents the land of Jerusalem. All right. And we're the child that was born out of it. It says that was the destruction that came to Jerusalem. And behold, thou sawest her likeness, and because she mourned for her son, thou beganest to comfort her, and of these things which have chanced, these are to be opened unto thee. For now the Most High seeth that thou art grieved unfeignedly, and sufferest from the whole heart for her. So have he showed thee the brightness of her glory. So he showed Ezra this same woman being exalted as the elect in these times, man, according to Revelations 21. All right, so Ezra's going to be here to see the deliverance of Israel. For now, the Most High seeth that thou art grieved unfeignedly, and sufferest from thy whole heart for her. So have he showed thee the brightness of her glory and the comeliness of her beauty. And therefore I bade thee remain in the field where no house was builded, for I knew that the Most High would show unto thee. Therefore I commanded thee to go into the field where no foundation of any building was made. Just like out here in the field where we're at today around the world, scattered in all the corners of the earth. There the Lord is going to build upon his foundation where no foundation was laid. For in the place wherein the Most High beginneth to show his city, and he's doing that now, according to Revelations chapter 11. All right, in Ezekiel 37, standing upon their feet a great exceeding army. So the Lord is beginning to show his city, according to Daniel 7 as well. there can no man's building be able to stand. So once the Lord, that's Daniel 7. The Lord's going to establish a kingdom, and in Daniel chapter 2 as well. In the midst of the 10 toes, and those kingdoms going to have to fall. The stone going to crush them. All right. It says, and therefore fear not, let not thy heart be affrighted, but go thy way in and see the beauty and greatness of the building, as much as thine eyes be able to see. So it was like virtual reality almost, man. And he had Ezra's walking through it, looking at it, getting the idea of what this the kingdom was gonna be like. All right. So where it said, 2 Ezra 2:2, the mother that bare them saith unto them, go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken. All right, that should make sense now. I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you. For ye, like the woman lost her son, right? Lost the children of Israel. For ye have sinned before the Lord your power, and done that thing that is evil before him. But, right, man, so it said the whole earth is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High, man. But what shall I now do unto you? I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way, O my children, and ask mercy of the Lord. See that? That's why the Lord said that. This is 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, talking about Israelites, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then shall I hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sins and will heal their land. And by healing our land is putting the children of Israel back in that land as well. All right, the scriptures say the trees are going to rejoice, meaning they're going to blossom and grow once the children of Israel are placed in that land. It's going to be fruitful again. All right, so the Lord is looking for our people to repent and turn back to him. 2 Ezra 2:3, I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you. For ye, all right, talking about that land. For ye have sinned before Yahweh your power, and done that thing that is evil before him. But what shall I now do unto you? I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way, O my children, and ask mercy of Yahweh. As for me, O Father, I call upon thee for a witness over the mother of these children. All right, so, which would not keep my covenant. And this got to be Yahweh Shah speaking. Speaking about the Father, Yahweh, and talking about the land, the mother being Israel. All right, and the covenant that was made with us. That thou bring them to confusion and their mother to a spoil. See, we were brought to confusion as a nation, discontinued from our heritage, and that land is taken for a spoil. All right. This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. All right, so the land is spoiled. Isaiah 1 and I'll start from 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. So that's when our people are in that dead state of mind. They're not healed. All right, and that goes to Revelation 11. But those that remain in the congregation of the dead, but the elect are waking up. The spirit of life is entering into us. It says what? Your country is desolate, so our land is spoiled. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire, especially in 70 AD. Titus and Vespasian, they came through it, or really with Titus, came through and they burned the temple. All right. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it, and in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. Even to this day, in our presence, we see that land being devoured and overthrown. All right. So 2nd Ezra 2 and 6. It says, what? That thou bring them to confusion and their mother to a spoil, that there may be no offspring of them. All right, so we got cut off as a nation, man. All right. Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant. Wow, that's deep, man. So we got scattered amongst the heathen, but the Lord is going to take us from among the heathen. Saying, so he's not going to choose the heathens now. No, he's going to take us from among the heathens where he scattered us. Verse 8, woe be unto thee, Asher, meaning the Assyria at the time, which were Babylonians. Thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee, man. O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah. So today, America represents Assyria. All right, Nineveh. And they're hiding even more wicked of our people in it, man. Especially with these, hiding represents protection. Giving them laws like the LGBT. But the Lord said, what? Remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And he said he left Sodom and Gomorrah as an example. What the Lord was going to do to the ungodly. Even the ones whom Lot or Abraham prayed for, of our people that were in that land. The Lord still destroyed them. All right. It says, whose land lieth in clods of pitch, to my Sodom and Gomorrah. America's going to suffer the same judgment. And heaps of ashes, even so also will I do unto them that hear me not, saith Yahweh power. So the ones that's not listening, the Lord going to destroy them the same way the Lord did Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. Suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Thus saith Yahweh unto Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. All right, so the Lord is basically saying he's going to give it to them at that time, but he's going to give it to the ones in the future that have believed without seeing, talking about the elect. All right. It says, their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I had prepared for them. They shall have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet savor. So the elect have the tree of life, according to Revelation 22, as an ointment, like an anointing of a sweet savor to the Lord. All right, like a covering. They shall neither labor nor weary. Go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom of heaven is already prepared for you. Watch. So the elect have to continue to watch. That's it, man. It's already prepared for us. We just got to see that the Lord is turning back our captivity before our eyes and do the things that he told us to do. All right. So, all right. So 2nd Ezra 2 and 14. Take heaven and earth to witness, for I have broken the evil in pieces and created the good, for I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So, he did that by going up on the cross. All right. Breaking the evil in pieces, man. Especially when he returns. We're going to make all things new, refresh the children of Israel, make the elect immortal. That's from the beginning, before Adam. But this time we're going to be glorified. And we don't even know what that is. So yeah, man, I ended there, man. All right, this is Hosea 1 and 10. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God." And where all the places we were scattered, that's where it was said we were called what? A byword, a proverb, everything but a child of God. But now, through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Yahweh has sent forth the spirit of his son into our hearts, calling out Abba, Father. And Paul said it too. He said, "Now are we the sons of the Most High through the Spirit." So now it says, let me get this real quick. This is Baruch 2:29. If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. See, we got turned into a minority and divided, divided they conquered. They conquered us by dividing us and scattering us, man. Especially when 70 AD and 73 AD, you had Vespasian, he put out a hit on the children of Israel, said, kill them wherever they at. If they ran into Egypt, go kill them there. So we had to hide deep into these places. And that's when you get the scripture where it says the earth helped the woman, because we hid amongst people that we knew. All right? Or wherever we could. And we mingled in with those people. So it says, so we became a small number. And that's why they're trying to keep us divided today. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am Yahweh their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And that's what the Lord has given us today. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. And it says, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. So we remembering that today. All right, that our forefathers sinned against the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. So the Lord is going to increase his elect once they get into that land. All right. So he said they're going to be lords of that land. All right. So the elect are going to be lords of that land, kings over it, sitting upon thrones. And that land will be healed. But right now, that land is suffering without us. The earth is suffering without us. Let's get that. It says, this is Romans 8 and 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestations of the sons of Yahweh. All right. It says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh. All right, so our land and the elect of Israel are going to be delivered. For we know that the whole creation groaneth together and travaileth in pain together until now. All right. So it says what? And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. So we all waiting together. Yahushua is waiting, the heavens are waiting, the angels are waiting, the spirits on the right hand side in the heavens are waiting, asking the Lord, when is, He's gonna come back and destroy the wicked and deliver the children of Israel. And the land is waiting, man, to flourish. The earth is waiting for Esau to be removed out of the way, and their mindset and their imagination with this concrete that's covering up all the grass. Once you move that out of the way, the earth is going to flourish. Get their businesses and their factories out of the way, these corporations, the earth will flourish again. And for righteousness to flourish, the wickedness has to be put out. All right, so I think I'm gonna end it there, but the focus is the motherland and the people, and the Lord redeeming us and making us perfect, and ultimately the earth will be healed, the land will be healed once the children of Israel are healed, man. So Esau and these heathens have no part in that. These heathens are going to get some simple status of living after 1,000 years of the reigning or ushering in of the kingdom of Israel under Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Then Esau is going to be eradicated off the earth. All right, but our land is going to be healed. The lions are going to roar, meaning that the children of Israel are going to sing there again. All right, I'm going to do this one, Isaiah 14:4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. The king of Babylon is that position of the presidency. All right. Today it represents, at this moment, Biden, or whoever's in office when that time comes. All right. And say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased, man. So that their oppression on us is about to end. And that the riches of this place, the power that it has, is all being taken away from this place, America. Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked. It's the hammer of the earth, or like the gavel that the elites or the globalists over there in Europe use to rule the world and steal the resources and to keep us under oppression. And the scepter of the rulers, see, that's what they use to rule with, They were ruling through America. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, talking about Esau, is persecuted and none hindereth, and that's in the kingdom. So they're going to be persecuted under Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And under the children of Israel. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, man. So the whole earth is going to be at rest and quiet and break forth into singing, meaning growing. And the children of Israel are going to flourish as well, just like the earth. We're going to get to see the earth for what it really is, the Eden that it really is, the paradise that it was really meant to be, especially in our land. Yea, the fir trees rejoice also. I mean, it's going to be many trees again. See how he's saying carbon and all that? It's because they're tearing down all the trees. The main place that gives off oxygen on the earth now is the Amazon. All right. So, but everything's going to be refreshed, especially with the missiles. The ICBMs and nuclear fire going to cleanse the air. And they got so much pollution in the air. But in the kingdom, everything gonna be fresh. We're gonna breathe fresh air day and night. Clear water, crystal clear water. Golden streets. Houses made of elements and gold and silver. And our land is going to flourish with children and wives and family and laughter and joy, and and it's going to flourish with servants that's going to be flowing unto it. Said the ships of Tarshish shall wait for thee. So there's going to be so many, they're going to have to wait. Woo, to deliver us all the riches of the Gentiles, the heathens, day and night. All right, so our land is going to be healed and thriving again. It's going to be the hub of the children of Israel, of Yahushua army. All right, so yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us, man. All right, feller mean like a fallen one, or just a wicked person. And Esau is that feller, Lucifer, falling from heaven, falling from their power seat, and they're not gonna come up against our land ever again. Our motherland is gonna be healed. All right. This is Amos 9 and 13. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. All right. And verse 11. And in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. So the Lord is raising up the tabernacle of David that is set up to inherit the sure promises that were given to David. All right. And it says, these are men after the Lord's own heart, and close up the breaches thereof. All right, so the Lord is sealing up the way so only the elect can get this truth. And I will raise up his ruins and will build it as in the days of old. See, the Lord is building us, not in the land, but he's building us out in the field, out in the world. And he's building us up through what? Edification, through the Spirit. All right, a spiritual house. Being built up, a spiritual house. All right, a building being fitly framed together. That they may possess the remnant of Edom. So we're going to possess whoever's on this earth, and they're Edomites in that time, they're going into slavery. And of all the heathens, so all the heathen going into slavery, which are called by my name, saith Yahweh that doeth this. So that means he called them heathens. By his name, he's the one that called them that. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. All right, so the plowman, the slave, is about to overtake the one that was sitting on the horse. You know, so the Lord's going to turn this upside down kingdom, he's going to turn it right side up. This is Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth, man. But now the servants are about to take over the ones that were on the horse. And that's according to Revelations, what is that, 13, I think? Where it says, Revelation 13 and 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So the one that killed with the sword is Esau. All right, that goes with Obadiah for that violence against thy brother Jacob. Shame shall cover thee. So this is our faith and our patience. All right, this is why we do this, man. That we have faith that the Lord is going to show up and deliver us, and also judge Esau and these heathens, and to also heal our land. All right, and to put down wickedness on this earth, and to lift up righteousness. So that's why we're aiming to become to be righteous. All right. So the Lord's going to heal our land, man. All right. The mother of us all was the true motherland, not Africa. Amos 9 and 13. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed. And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. So all the nations going to be destroyed. The Lord, that's why he's going to have on many crowns. He's going to put all nations under his feet. All rule going to be put down on this earth. All right. And I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them. So the waste city, the destroyed land that we were on, is the land of Israel, Jerusalem. It's going to be what? So we're going to inhabit it again, man. And they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. Gardens. We're going to have some amazing gardens. Not those little small gardens, but wide areas of land. You know what I mean? Look at those Edomites that call themselves the ruling royal families over there. Look at their lands today, their gardens. They turn those into museums. All right, so our garden is going to be giant fruit and giraffes and all kind of animals walking around in our gardens, and children and families. It says, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. So we're going to have a lot of laughter and fellowshipping. You know, enjoy. That's going to be the time to party in the kingdom. You know, and drink the wine thereof, especially on still on the Passover, because the Passover is still going to be in place, and we're going to have a new version of a deliverance out of the second Egypt as well. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them, man, day and night, middle of the night, whatever it is, man. We're going to make gardens and eat the fruit of the gardens. And I will plant them upon their land, and so we're going to grow from there. That's going to be the starting point. New Jerusalem coming down from heaven into the wilderness, where we're going to pass under the rod, and the Lord's going to check each one of us and anoint us, or the elect, and then make the new covenant, and that's it. From there, man, it's on. All right, he's going to plant them, the elect, in that land, and they're going to grow from there and take over the world. The Lord's train is going to fill the whole earth. And they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith Yahweh thy power. All right, so with that, I'm going to end and say shalom.